did. Finesse and Tarek will combine here to get the first two. Still two men there outside of the side, but there is once again Tarek from inside of the pond. And finally, we will be getting Carrigan coming in. We'll get the bomb down as well, but it's a 1v3. He's got to go clutch here.
Yeah, surely this can't happen. Carrigan peeking out, getting one, spraying another one and turning a 180. He's going to get the double and falls back. And here's the big thing. He's got that Molotov. JDM does not have a smoke to cancel it. If it goes down and he doesn't have a kit, it could be awful. Carrigan waiting. He's going to get all three and clutch it. And TSM, they end up winning that round. That should have never happened. He was sandwiched in between CT Spawn and Banana, and that is not a winnable position, but it was anyway.
I mean, we talk about often, you know, you've got three men left. They'll all peak one by one, and you lose her. There were two people on Banana pushing together there, and Carrigan still manages to get both of them. Brilliant, brilliant stuff from Carrigan. And that will leave us at 4-1 to TSM, and a little bit of a sad situation for CLG. Bunch of P250s, 5-7, CZ, 4 Finesse. It's going to take a small little miracle to bring them through on this one. Good flashbang will certainly help though, and Tarek will get through. Gets the AK as well from Carrigan, from Cajun, sorry. And actually has Dink Device here. He's down to just 18 HP, and we'll get the one tap onto him as well. So, funnily enough, as we say, hard situation for CLG to come out on top of. Good little flash play, and they are now 3 versus 2 to the good over TSM.
And I think we spent a significant portion of the first and second day criticizing CLG for making these pistol buys without buying flashbangs. This time they had 5, and it worked out brilliantly. So I'm very excited that they did that. Now Tarek's in the corner, and with a little bit of luck, if they push in, he could actually finish this round. There's only 30 seconds left for TSM.
They got to push this one. Bomb currently is there as well. There's a flashbang coming over. And TSM having both men blind. There's the smoke coming in, and there's the spray from Tarek as well. He's going to take down Zipnix. Do have to pre less than half health left. Against 3 from CLG, and it'll be Finesse that comes around the side. Headshot with the CZ, and that is an eco round going the way of Counter Logic Gaming.
I actually reckon that's a critical round in this first half. You got to remember as well, yesterday, Envy got only 5 rounds on the terrorist side and still ended up winning the game. So the fact that TSM is already at 4-2, I think it's very important that CLG won that round. They need to, their goal must right now be to make this 11-4 and just try and lock this down. And if they can just break TSM's economy, if they can force an eco here, that would be big. Mac 10 on Cutler, really.
As you do when you're trying to make all that monies. And he's stolen from Carrigan as well, which probably makes it all that much sweeter. And you see a slow start again from TSM. Been fairly defensive when they've had guns in hand. Not wanting to push too heavily. There's a smoke off towards Arch. And we'll cut 2 men from CLG completely out of the defense there. Force them to slightly switch up positions, but TSM not going to actually push on from this one.
They're really trying to buy some time here, and they've forced CLG quite a bit back. I think Carrigan thinks that corner is checked, and it obviously isn't, so this could be a pretty big problem. Going to be pushing in, and that's an easy kill for Finesse to take down. It was a 4-1 stack for CLG as well, and now they're going to fall back from Banana having the opening kill. This, again, Cutler is calling this Inferno CT side absolutely brilliantly. Now TSM is walking into a trap.
Flash is coming over. Here come TSM. Let's see what CLG can do on the defense. It's going to be Tarek Wise Pools. Let's see if we can actually land a shot here. We'll get dinked and then finished off by Dupree. Finesse there coming from construction as well. Actually knocked Dupree down to just 7 health. We'll finally finish him off as well. And Zipnik's only got 16 health as well. So actually TSM not exactly got the biggest health pool right now. Let's see what they could do with this one. Hayes will get one. There is Cajun B managing to double up. They've already got on the defuse here though. Device needs to actually pick this one. The defuse will come in, and JDM says thank you very much. He dies at the end, but they managed to win the round.
Wow, that was ice cold by JDM. Once your teammate goes down, imagine the panic. You know if he steps out there and you're gone, you're going to lose another round. You'll be ecoing, and TSM will bounce up to 5 rounds, and you'll be stuck at 2. Great round there from JDM, very impressive. And Cajun, I mean, he almost managed to win that round for them just with that double kill, but That was not an easy defuse for JDM by any means. And now TSM looks like they're going to try and change up the pace very quick here onto Quad. And Dupree almost getting caught here. In fact, he will. Hayes besting him with the FAMAS and going for a second kill. But now he's going to be careful jumping in from above. No, it's going to be Cutler helping out. Siplix goes down and Carrigan to fall next. It's all on Device in a 1v4. Trying to see if he can at least get the bomb down here. But he's surely not going to win the round. Finesse swinging around the corner. Device picking up a third kill. And now he's actually in a 1v2. Going to smoke out and spray down Finesse. Almost a 1v5 for Device. But Tarek will finish the round.
That was one of those scary moments again for CLG. Oh, you know, it's just 1v5, guys. Just kill him off. We're all good. Oh, wait, we lost it. Oh, wait. This is really bad for us. In the end, though, the last two did end up combining to get that. We are tied back up. But as you rightly mentioned, Envy getting 5 rounds yesterday on their terrorist side was still able to win that game over CLG. Actually, I think it was a 9-6 half-time, so 5-6 rounds. Close enough either way.
It was something like that.
Yeah, but there's still a lot of work to do if it's going to be a scoreline like that for CLG. And TSM here, Tech-9's in hand. Worked out nicely for them in round number 2. Let's see if they can do it this time around. JDM actually looking through smoke, will actually get Carrigan there as well, but Cajun and Zipnik's coming in. Device will pick off Tarek as well. And the Tech-9 working out again for TSM. You have to wonder sometimes, honestly, you just feel like every time we buy Tech-9s we win. Why don't we just buy Tech-9s every round?
They weren't doing this until you mentioned it, Joe. What have you done? I mean, that is incredible. Second round, you're right, and then it works here again in the 9th round, leaving CLG in the 10th round with absolutely no money at all. That was a devastating blow, and it was the change of pace again. They were very, very aggressive, very fast, and CLG weren't ready for it.
Leaves them 5-4 behind. As you rightly mentioned, ecoing up here. Just a couple of pistols being bought out for them. No armor, no nades across the board. Actually, that's technically a lie, because Cutler does have 1 flash, which we mentioned that earlier. You know, the whole, it's worth it, boys. That 1 flash can certainly be worth it.
It's $200 investment. You have to do it. I don't see why you wouldn't do it. See if it's going to work this time. Hayes is already fairly low. And Cutler's still holding on to that flashbang. He's in the pit, so he's in a good position to pop it out. If they walk up Quad, he can definitely set up his teammates for it.
Well, let's see. Cutler just backing away a little bit there. And well, the flashbang, as far as I saw, didn't really blind anyone. JDM does get 1 kill, but like dominoes, they're going to fall here. JDM on the site itself, and TSM will walk in there. Fairly convincing round with CLG on the eco. Losing just the 1-man, 6-4 TSM.
That was very depressing. I think Cutler's flashbang actually sort of clipped the top of the balcony and ended up in pit instead with himself. So otherwise,
that's a $200 self-flashing investment right there.
It's like fireworks, you know. You're just sending bills into the sky to explode. That's basically what was happening. But otherwise, they actually had 4 people ready to bounce on that grenade. So yeah, that is definitely depressing. Now they have, you know, 4 chances to throw a good flashbang here. Should work.
Well, that could end great for them, but you got to feel it might not. 1 already gone out there from Tarek, but another eco here for CLG. And let's have a look. Cutler going to get a little bit of a challenge here by Quad in just a second. Actually will manage to finish off Dupree. JDM coming in as well, so they've got 2 kills here. Leaves us in a 4 versus 3 scenario. Being a pressure this round for TSM. The flashes from Device will go over to B, but seemingly an A hit here for TSM. Occasion beat pushing up. Cutler inside the pit, not exactly the healthiest right now with just 14 HP remaining. JDM once again will look at them in the back, and he does manage to clip him off, but TSM still got enough men there. Will now get that bomb in position. It's Tarek and Finesse. And Finesse is already down.
Tarek, no armor, 1 AWP, and in a clutch situation. Bomb ticking away again. He does not have any kit, so he has to move fast. And if they don't show themselves, I don't see how he could possibly find them. And he's going to try for it anyway. Device ends up taking it out with another triple kill. And just to catch everyone up, Device is at 21-5. Just 12 rounds in. Yeah, that is unreal.
Yeah, I didn't actually notice that whatsoever, but Device is somewhat, loading the entire TSM team on his back right now, carrying them to victory. Just to put that into perspective, the closest in terms of frags in the entire game is Tarek with 10 kills. On his own team, Carrigan's the closest with 9, so Device having an absolutely monstrous game so far. TSM, though, after a couple of ecos in a row, will now have weapons in hand once again. JDM again opting for the AWP. And he's got to hit the shots. No doubt about that one. There were questions before the event. Can JDM, really come up with the goods with anything but the AWP? And I think we can safely say he's had some pretty fantastic rounds without that as well. We did here, though, see Tarek going down. So already CLG losing out on that man advantage. There's a nice little flash around and a double kill coming in from Hayes. Can't make it through, though. Dupree will take him down.
That's a really good return from Hayes, but it's still in a 3v3. Device is very low. He got the entry frag, but he almost died as well. And now look at this. They're being wrapped around. JDM going to miss a shot, but time is ticking down for TSM. Another few seconds, and they're going to be stabbed in the back, and it's not going to be fun. Finesse coming up behind. Device taking 1 and 2 on 3 health, and now it's a 1v2, 20 seconds. The bomb dropped that quad, and he puts out a Molotov, but I don't think that's going to stop Finesse. Now, he's got the AWP in 15 seconds. Is he really going to be able to do this? He's putting down the bomb. Finesse trying to move closer, and Device cancelling it now. 8 seconds left inside the bomb side. He's putting it down. Finesse charging on in, and that's exactly what he needs to do. Very well played. Gets the double kill and the flank all the way from Banana, and a much-needed round for CLG.
Well, we were talking about Device racking up the kills. He managed to get himself up to 23 from that round. Almost working out for him, but just too little HP and, quite frankly, just too little time on the clock remaining. Didn't have many options left open. Nicely played by CLG there in the end, but that brings them up to 7-5. And we were mentioning yesterday, losing out to Envy despite the 9-6 half-time. TSM already got 7 on the board. This is going to be tough for them.
Yeah, very, very tricky. And CLG actually pulling a very similar round here. Device with a double kill, Sipnix with 1, and Tarek and Finesse are left. And I am actually very curious. I don't recall from memory, but I want to know if this is the same round, if it's a 13th round, because they did this against Envy, the aggressive push middle. If they're doing it in the same round now, it'd be very easy for TSM to have looked at the demo from yesterday and said, all right, well, we expect something similar. So someone find out if it was the 13th round yesterday. I don't think it was. I think it was a little bit earlier, like around the 9th or 10th. I hope they're switching it up. Now, if they are, that will be a great insight into how clever CLG are trying to be here and how much work they're putting into it. But now, 2v4.
And it's Finesse who's going to peek out, gets himself the kill onto Dupree. Will finish off Carrigan as well. Device coming back up though, and it's a 2 versus 1 now, albeit with TSM having a disadvantage in terms of health remaining for both Sipnix and Device, but they're in onto this A-bomb site, and we see Tarek is backed all the way off towards B. This is actually doable for Tarek, but it's all about landing his shots right now as he switches out to the 5-7. Reloaded the M4. As I said, just 31 HP between the 2 remaining TSM members. This is very possible for Tarek.
Trying to see if he can get a little bit closer. He picked up the kit in transit as well, so he's at least got the time, but going to be walking in, and they'll team up on him. That's Device with now 4 kills in the round. Joe, he could legitimately get a 30 bomb in one half. I can't even remember if that's ever happened before. I can't remember if I've ever casted a game where someone got 30 kills in 15 rounds.
I don't know what he's had for breakfast, but I think I'll be having some of that tomorrow morning as well. Absolutely insane start to the day for Device. You know, a lot of players say, I'm not great first game of the day, you know, I need a little bit of time to warm up, and Device says, you're talking rubbish, mate, what you on about? 27 kills, 1 assist, 6 deaths only. And we're only in round 14 of the game. Sounds a little bit insane, but Device having possibly the game of his life at this point.
Yeah, I don't even think that would be an exaggeration here. Maybe he ordered up like a quadruple espresso or something. It have to be something fairly extreme at this point. 14 rounds in, Cajun checking top banana and CLG, this time holding from inside the bomb site. So again, they are trying to switch it up a lot. They've had multiple different types of defenses over here at banana, both inside, outside, having finesse play alone and 4 people at A. So they are trying to switch it up all the time, but TSM have all the answers, it seems. Unlike Envy, who were definitely confused and had a hard time reading the setup, Carrigan seems to be doing a really good job coming up with an answer here. Device going to be throwing in, and there's 2 people waiting.
Here we go then, push coming through. Let's not forget this is pistols and armor only for CLG, and they're already down to just 2 men remaining. JDM will finally get a kill back for CLG, but feels like it might just be a little bit too late. There's Zipnix through the smoke, and Hayes now all on his lonesome. Up against 4 with just a 5-7. Zipnix will push on through, and that is going to be another round going the way of TSM. Possible for them to hit those double figures here on the T side of Inferno. Looking grim for CLG with their 1 remaining life.
If Device doesn't get a kill this round, there is no justice at all in the universe. He's at 29, 2 and 7. He has to get 30 in this half. Otherwise, it just doesn't seem fair, does it? CLG, they must know that this is a very tough position. I don't think they're going to give up at all, but they're definitely in a struggle of a lifetime here. I like the fact that Cutler's pushing up this aggressively in apartments. Again, it's another variation of a CT type setup that they're trying to see if they can make work. And Cajun looking for an opening here. Again, TSM, they seem to have just this default setup where they just wait out for CLG to do anything, and if they don't get too much aggression, they check top banana. Once they've cleared that, then they've got pretty much the whole map to play around with, and then they execute whatever they feel like, and it seems to be working quite well.
And it's nothing flashy, is it, really, from TSM? We almost said the same yesterday against Mousewalks on Dust 2. Play it standard, you know? Just play it smart from the very get-go. And that is what's working out for them so far. This round, again, CLG struggling for cash, and really TSM just managing to wipe the floor with them. Device this round looking for number 30 will actually go down, so he's not going to be able to get in there and drop the 30 bomb in the first half. So very close, but just a little bit far away. It's Hayes that's the last man left here, up against 2 from TSM. Does have an AK, he's got a kit, bit of armor in there as well, so not an impossible scenario for Hayes, but he's gonna have to come up big with him, split left and right of him here as he goes into the bomb site.
Oh wow, the Molotov going down as well. No chance at all. Cajun gonna pick up a double kill. Joe, I rather do that thing where you'll bang your foot against the kitchen table when you're up for something to drink at night, and it's really painful, than watching Device fail to get that 30th kill again. Now, I can't deal with that. That's very, very painful for me.
I mean, that's just grounds to be incredibly angry, right? You're like, guys, I know I've had an incredible half, but I got to 29 and not 30. Even just for round numbers, you know?
Yeah.
If you turn the radio up in your car, you always have to put it onto an even number so that, you know, if it's on 13, you're going to have a crash or whatever. You know, all that superstition, that might be bad stuff here for Device. I'm not sure if he's a particularly superstitious guy, but...
I mean, 30 beat 2 kills a round for 15 rounds straight.
It's pretty sick.
There should be some great symmetry. Now we're at, like, you know, 1.9 something. It just doesn't work as well. That's going to haunt me for a long time. I can't get over that.
Well, I think you might haunt CLG for a little bit longer than us, Anders. Not going to lie about that, because it's a 10-5 half-time here for TSM. Moving on to that CT side now, and, well, often said that in this scenario, you know, pistol, super important. Captain Obvious statement, really, but honestly, without that, CLG have got no chance this game.
That's what we're being paid for, Joe, you know.
Exactly.
They must win this pistol. CLG, 4 armors, and Cajun already taking down Finesse because you don't have head armor in the pistol round. Hayes with a good reply there, dropping Device, so still being denied that 30. If they win the game without hitting 30, I don't know what to do. Cajun with a great shot on Hayes, then now it's on JDM and Tarek, and they do have the bomb, but they're 2 men down.
Yeah, already an almost unworkable scenario for them. As you mentioned, 2 armors between them, but therefore nothing in terms of grenades to work with. Even a smoke at this point would be a big factor for them, but up against 4 remaining players from TSM. Device the only man to go down, who's still struggling to hit 30 kills. You see the shot there from Carrigan. We'll spot them. 2 CLG players pushing back down mid, and they're going to have a go at this B-bomb site. There are already 2 there, though, and the smoke, first of all, from Xyp9x will be coming around. He's got a 5-7 in hand. They've killed off Carrigan as well, so doing well here so far, CLG on the entry, and they're going to get the bomb down as well.
It's actually very impressive. Not easy when you're that far behind in the round. If they kill Xyp9x, this might be a big turnaround. He's got the 5-7 in the corner. That'll take him out, but then Cajun is there for another headshot. I think the 3rd of the round for him, and now Tarek hiding over by Flowers with the Glock in hand. Can he really do this 1v2? Charging out, taking a headshot of Dupree and running in there. Dupree still refusing. And CLG gonna win the round. Triple kill from Tarek. That's hugely unlikely. They bring it from a 2v4 into an actual victory by planting at B. That's very impressive for CLG.
As I said, an almost unworkable scenario. You've got to always have that little disclaimer in there just so people don't say, Joe said it's impossible. What an idiot that guy is. But, you know, CLG coming up big for that one. Rushing it off to that B-bomb site, and there's the lifeline really for them. I mean, they're only 4 rounds behind. The problem is that you just feel in this scenario, after, you know, a bit of a weaker CT side, I think it's fair to say, they need someone to do a device to go absolutely mad in this second half. Maybe that person is, you know, someone like JDM. We'll have to figure that one out. But see for TSM here, picking up armor. 3 of them got head armor as well.
I would definitely say you're right. Either JDM or Tarek, one of those 2 have to be the main driving force. Tarek did play out of his mind yesterday as well. So much so that some people were even saying, is he like an up-and-coming Shroud type figure in the NA scene? He seemed to have found a new level. So obviously consistency is always an issue, but you've got to hope that he's able to step it up. Now in the 17th round, we're down to about 35 seconds here. CLG are still playing this one very, very tightly, and they got to be careful that they don't completely run out of time. Dupree spots, I think, 2 there, and now CLG feel like that's the key to go. We've been found out, and they're going to push in.
Some decent damage done there by Dupree, but he's likely going to be picked off here. Device does get one. Cajun coming in though, again with a double up on balcony right now. And just like that, we're down to a 2 versus 2. There's Cajun landing the shots again. They got to finish off Hayes. This is bad news for CLG. Only JDM left alive. MP7 in hand, he's smoked out and he's got no time left in this round. Device is going to take him down with the AK, and just when CLG fans thought they were on the comeback train, the train derails and crashes into a wall.
So that's what, CLG winning both pistol rounds and losing both follow-up rounds in either half. That's devastating. That is, you can't really easily come back from that. But it's also Device finally getting to plus 30 here. He got 2 kills in the round, so at least we've got that going on. But yes, this has to be the killing blow for CLG. If they make this comeback now, it will be one of the most impressive comebacks, not just in this tournament, but actually for a while. They're playing a very, very strong CT-sided team on Inferno as well, so they should not be able to do this. And obviously this round is all, I want to say irrelevant, but it's close to. They've got no armor, they've got Glocks and no grenades either. Shouldn't be winnable here.
It's a massive what-if game as well for CLG, right? Like, we won both pistols, guys. Sadly, though, we lost both second rounds in each half. Like, it's only 11-6, despite the fact that Device has 31 kills after just 17 rounds played.
You could probably... If
CLG had have converted, this game would look a lot different.
It could be like 10-7 in favor of CLG instead of 11-6 in favor of TSM. It'd probably be like a 2-round swing on either half for this to work out. So yeah, it'd be a very big difference if they had actually followed up on it. Nice shot from Cutler to take down Xyp9x up on the coils, but Carrigan in the background here just trying to stay alive. Backup is coming in and he's doing an alright job so far. There's Hayes going down, still a couple of bullets left and a headshot on Finesse as well, and Device will clear up at least one more. Actually, Carrigan did get the 3rd kill in there, so very nicely defended as well. Now, Joe, I don't know if my math is correct, but I think that the way this might play out is if TSM win this game, they obviously they get the vote kept in the Danish conspiracy camp.
What Danish conspiracy? No, Barry said there isn't one, and we believe Barry.
Well, maybe if Barry isn't quite right about that, they could pick Mouse and Envy, in which turn whoever wins that can't pick TSM again, as far as I know.
Yeah,
they
because
have to pick Renegades. I think they actually have to pick Renegades to play.
It's an interesting fact. We were kind of theory crafting how the whole picking would go this morning, but yeah, you're right. There is that technical rule in play that, you know, if you played already in the day and you've got the most played or whatever, you can't be picked, and then you have to pick one of the least played teams. So certainly going to be interesting from this one. And I wonder, you know, we were talking a lot about backstabbing and when that's going to start. We're in day 3. It's looking like CLG might be the first team out. If there was ever a time to start backstabbing, it's probably right about now. Especially since, you know, you look at SK, they've got 2 lives left only. And let's be honest, they were pretty close to having just 1 life left yesterday, only beating Renegades in that overtime game on Cobblestone. That round, of course, was an eco there, so easy mop-up for TSM, but today's going to be interesting. We're going to lose a couple of teams today.
Yeah, I mean, without a doubt. I think they ran into a 3-man stack over at B, so there's not much you can do. They ran into the Molotovs and the smokes as well, so kind of a tough deal there. 34 kills on device here, and remember, 29 of them were in the first half here. TSM merciless as well, pushing down the middle right when CLG are actually just trying to get a little bit of a foothold and retain some money, maybe get a couple of kills with these pistols here. They've got Cage and Dupree, so on that front things are going all right. Cutler and Finesse can't see them winning this round, so we're going to be at 14-6 probably. And I don't know, the comeback's so far away. I can't even think of a way they can put this together.
Yeah, it's always hard to imagine in this kind of scenario, right? Like 6 rounds, you need 10 in a row basically at this point for you to win the game without going towards an overtime, and just don't know where that's going to come from at this point. We do have 2 men still alive here with Tech9s. We're not able to finish off Carrigan. He's going to pop flash out and actually goes down there to Cutler, but this Molotov alone is going to set things up for Zipnix. Finesse has only got 16 health remaining. He's going to get over to Grill, earn a little bit of money here, but will go down in the end, and actually didn't even get the bomb plant. It was close, but not even getting the money for that.
Bent over the grill once again.
Bent over the grill, Anders, indeed.
It's going to be the 21st round. Dupree's got the AWP, which in itself is a strange sight, but every time I talk to Dupree about this, he is 100% sure that if he was the main AWPer for this team, he'd be the best at it. So I've just given up arguing at that point. He's going to be playing against JDM, and for my money's worth, I think JDM will probably be able to best Dupree, although he does have his moments, so maybe there's some talent there yet to be developed for the Danish player. Looks like TSM again, CLG at it with a fairly slow round here. They do have 4 Molotovs, and if they went for a B push, it could be interesting.
Again, it'll be slow here for CLG. Must-win round for them to even, you know, fuel the train that might start to come back. At this point, it's a bit of a non-starter. Similar to most of my Deutsche Bahn experiences here in Germany, you know, those non-starting trains, hours late, never to fail. And TSM, though, have lost Dupree here from the start. So CLG made a bit of an opening for themselves. Tarek going to take down Device as well. So this is a real winnable round for them. You just have to deal with Cajun and now Carrigan, who's come around onto side.
Good flashbang in from Carrigan there. Tarek going to go down, but JDM does get a return frag on Cajun. Carrigan with the 2nd kill. Molotov's down, and this is dangerous. JDM and Cutler are low on health. He almost takes 4. That was nearly an ace from Carrigan. Look at how little health they've got left. And now Zipnix is in it at a 1 versus 3. The bomb is down. He's got Kit, Molotov, smoke, and flashbang. This could be an unreal clutch if Zipnix is able to do it.
So little health as well. He's got a molly, which, you know, improper placement by CLG could lose all 3 of them at this point. And there's one. Easy kill for Zipnix, but he's of course not going to realize exactly how low they are, and seems like he's decided, you know what, I don't have time for this one. We'll be able to finish off Cutler here. We have JDM running away towards CT spawn. AWP in hand. We saw some smart after round placement really from him yesterday on Inferno as well, actually. Will survive and bring that AWP through. So CLG not done just yet, but it's a massive, massive comeback in order if they're to get back into this game.
I think you're right as well. I think the deciding difference there for Sipnix was the fact that he probably didn't know how low they were. The call, maybe Carrigan had no idea how much damage he'd done. So there was some sort, I don't even want to call it miscommunication, but just some information lacking on the TSM side. Because otherwise Sipnix might have been inspired to try and do it. But he did play that round pretty well. I mean, there's 3-on-1, and he ended up taking out 2, which means CLG's money is still not that great even after winning the round. You can see Finesse there with a Galil instead of an AK. So now they are setting up, they've got apartments control, CLG. If they can force TSM back from the middle, kind of like what TSM were doing on the terrorist side, it gives them so many more options, and it means TSM will have a harder time getting the right stack of the right bomb site. So it's what CLG are trying to do right now, and Hayes, yeah, he's baiting that AWP shot, just shoulder peeking it.
Cajun also sat on the Swag 7 as well. We'll see what he can do with that one. This is one of those rounds where you're looking at CLG and thinking, okay, they might be able to edge this one out, keep that quote-unquote comeback going. But so far, they've got 30 seconds. They've, as you mentioned earlier on, got very early control of apartments, but done literally nothing with it. And there is Dupree taking down Hayes as well, and that's only going to really put the brakes on for them as he takes down Tariq as well. B-Push will be coming in here. It's going to be Finesse carrying the bomb, and Sipnix will deal with him. And they're basically out of time here. They've got 10 seconds left to start that plant off. Flash comes in, Sipnix peeks out, Cutler goes down, and it's now all on JDM. He's going to go down as well. Perfect hold for TSM, but the question is really got to be put on CLG at that point. Early control of apartments, but so very slow after that one, basically killing their own round by being so slow and not making a move.
They made it very tough for themselves. They pushed 2 people into quad who both went down to Dupree, and what was upsetting about that is that they peaked one at a time, so they weren't both fighting Dupree, gave Dupree a lot of room to work with. Once he saw nobody else, they were able to rotate back towards Sipnix, who also did a great job of buying a lot of time. This is obviously do or die time here. Device and Carrigan each picking up a kill, and Dupree and Carrigan with a double, leaving JDM alone.
Well, Device is now on 38 kills as TSM are going to finish that one off. It's a 16-7 victory for them. More importantly, CLG losing their final life here at the tournament here at the